there will be a sound and light show which is a tribute to the Australians and indeed to the British as well, but mainly to the Australians who flew in the heavy bombers. That's a Lancaster bomber. What happens, this is the raid of December 1943. They put up about 300 aircraft, I think. They lost about 50. They lost about 300. They put up 500 aircraft. They lost about 50, and they lost about 300 aircraft. This is G for George. This is the Lancaster bomber which was used by 460 Squadron that has flown 90 bombing missions over Germany. It's all been painted up and sort of refurbished. Had a crew of 7, 1 pilot only, wireless operator, navigator, engineer, and there at the top part. Underneath is the bomb aimer, and he operates these guns and things at the front, the top turret person and the rear turret person. And the bombing marks I was putting on that I was telling you about before, they're around the other side. That's a Zero aircraft. Sorry, that's a Messerschmitt aircraft, and that's a German anti-aircraft gun, which is there. And on this sound and light show, which tells the story of the bombing raid, and then it pays tribute to the men who flew.
Mainly Australians. Life on the stations wasn't easy for the crews. We who waited for the aircraft to return knew a terrible sense of dread each time.
In 1943, a massive aerial bombing campaign attempted to destroy Germany's industry and its will to fight. The losses of aircraft and crew were almost unsustainable. In the evening of 16th of December 1943, Lancaster G for George, crewed mainly by Australians, was one of 500 bombers heading for Berlin. For the 73rd time, George had returned safely from an operation. But as crews finished their early morning debriefings, it was obvious that the cost had been very high. Over 50 bombers were lost. This night became known as Black Thursday.